Okay, so back at the Space Centre. So let's look at research into about the VAB's finished. I've no idea what actually get max custom pattern limited custom action groups available. Another one is 2 million. I've no idea what actually lets you do, but I may be able to discover that. So that's got 152 days before the research and development section is finished being upgraded. That's fine. That's not really important, but because it's going to take so long, wants to make sure. So I don't know if rate 2, if we're actually able to invest anything in there. But I need some more funds anyway. Yes, I can. Ah, so that's what it does. Doesn't actually explain that. So that's the note. People who are thinking of trying to play this. It's Christmas Day as well. 25th September 1954. Yeah, so I'm going to do... What I might do is... I'm going to buy a few of these. About 500,000 worth of extra staff. Because I want the SPH upgrading as well. R&D's fine. It should take you, quite a long time to research new technology. We've got enough for the time being. So that is 0.7. So let me take that up to 2. So I'd like to start doing some aircraft contracts as well. 24. That's a funny name. It's a funny name. That's a funny amount to take. But that's at 5.5, I suppose. This means I can build a spacecraft and a launcher alongside each other. Then reclaim the parts from the spacecraft and add them into the launcher. So basically I have a stock of launchers and tanks and things like that. So 3.75. That's the second bay in the VAB. Right. So, got 34.9 signs as well. Let's take a look in the... yeah, all the automatic achievements now are crewed. I've got Lunar 3. I've got Lunar Flyby again, and Lunar Impactor. And Lunar Orbiter. Lunar Flyby. And primary received dates. Yeah, that's the one I need to send it back within 5,000 kilometers. That's doable with an impactor. Alright, photographed the far side of the moon. So Lunar 3 was a Soviet spacecraft launched in 1959 as part of the lunar program. It was the first ever mission to photograph the far side of the moon. It's also the third space probe to be sent to the neighbourhood of the moon. Technically it's not in my universe anyway. Though it returned rather poor pictures by our later standards, the historic, never before seen views of the far side of the moon caused excitement and interest when they were published around the world, and the tentative atlas of the far side of the moon was created after image processing improved the picture. So Lunar 3 provided the first image of the far side of the moon and was also the first ship to use a free return trajectory with the moon. It just keeps getting harder, doesn't it? Never mind. So it's not an impactor. Good grief. Oh dear me. Just keep sticking that barrel pine higher. But I've got these flyby and the impactor down here. So The free return trajectory isn't as difficult as it sounds. I've got the signs, that's fine. Encounter them within 600 kilometers, but do not orbit. It's got to come down to 600 kilometers. And come back round. Well, that should be pretty. That'd be pretty sort of helpful. That would assist us because we're going a lot lower, so we'll actually accelerate. Come back. Basically, you have to leave Earth, enter the sphere of influence, go to 600 kilometers. Within 600 kilometers, which is easy. We saw that. That's not easy, not hard to do. And then come back, leave the sphere of the moon, sphere of influence of the moon, and then come back and enter the Earth's sphere of influence, which is fine. We can do that. So accepting 637,100, and on completion 1.2742 million, 15 science and 12 reputation. And if we fail, we only lose the deposit, what we get. So that's not bad. And there's Gene, shut up. 4th of October 1959, well, in 1954, although actually 1955, in a few more days. So that's that. Just drink your coffee, alright? They're not staring at me like that. So we've got lunar flyby. So we've got lunar flyby. That's within 5,000 kilometers. Well, it is a flyby. We cover our transmit classified environment. It doesn't say that we have to go into heliocentric orbit, so we can include this within the Luna 3 mission.
Aha!
And I'm thinking, if I point towards the moon itself and have a spacecraft exactly the same as Luna 2 separated and then headed towards, but we use the second stage as the, oh no, mate, we can't do that. It's got to be the actual spacecraft itself. It has to come back. So we can't do a lunar impactor with it. Yeah, so that's no. The lunar orbiter has to achieve orbit, so there's no way we're going to do that one. First communication satellite, no, there's nothing else for us to do. So Luna 3 pre-return the trajectory, and that is within 5,000 kilometers. So we could take the same times at the same time. As long as it's under 5,000 kilometers, this is to be under 600 kilometers. So as long as both of these points, plus the fact we'll have to push it a lot further, so the moon's going to have to be further along its own orbital path compared to what we just did. Not far off, actually. A little bit further along. Right, not making much sense. I know what I mean visually. So we have to be within visual distance. Not visual distance. We have to be within visual line, a line of visual contact in order to get transmitted back. So it's no good being on the other side at 600 kilometers or under, and then try and transmit it because we're out of contact. We'll be completely out of contact. Okay, so this is Luna 3. I've ditched the solar panels. We should have enough electric charge. 6,430.3. That's in these 4 batteries and the avionics. I've brought the avionics package down. It's about 300 kilos. The whole spacecraft weighs 287, so That's brought the mass down of the actual craft itself. The only propulsion it's got is its RSS, so I'll have to use that in linear if it needs to adjust anything, but hopefully this stage we'll have enough fuel over to modify the altitude as best we can. We just fine tune it once we're on the way. It has to be beneath 5,000 kilometers or under 5,000 kilometers for the first mission, and ultimately for Luna 3 itself it has to be within 600 kilometers. It also has to transmit back as well, so we've got to be within range. We also have to be within line of sight as well in order to get anything back. But what I'm thinking is, if I separate this craft from this, if I just send this craft up, this craft would be higher, hopefully above the horizon. If this is beneath the horizon, if this is below the horizon, you should be able to bounce signals off this in order to augment that, or to make that slightly more possible. Show you, I've added these antenna. They're exactly the same model antennas on the spacecraft itself. It's got two of them just in case something goes wrong. Obviously on the spacecraft itself I can't add anything else, but hopefully it'll be within range of this stage anyway, so it shouldn't need this, but use it obviously. This has its own transmitter built in. What it's actually for. Well, it actually has one. I know it has. It better have. Avionics, procedural. Where is it? There it is. Can't see if we're looking. Yeah, 200 kilometers. Obviously, in the route mode that we're in with remote tech, we should be in range. That should be good for at least, I'll say, 500 kilometers. At least. Okay, so that's it. I'll take a look at the staging. I've also changed the fuel for the RSS in the spacecraft to hydrazine. 146 kilos worth. It's slightly more powerful. It's actually more than twice as powerful as the helium variant. But as you can see, we're getting 14,716 meters per second. So that should give, it's 14,600 or so. So that's 100 meters per second more, but because this is an estimate, this figure. So let's check the staging. I'll put the fairing on. Both sets of antennas here on the spacecraft. Well, the one on the spacecraft here, and the one on this, the third stage. Well, third stage. It's just actually the third stage because the boost is the first stage. This is the second stage, and this is the third stage. But the antennas there are programmed to go on, switch on at the same time that this antenna goes on. Yeah, that's fine. There's not much difference between Luna 1 and Luna 3. So obviously this has to get below 600 kilometers for completion, and there's a camera on board as well. Luna 3 took pictures, so we're going to do the same thing using this camera. Marker. Alright. Let's put the firing on. Staging is fine. The antennas are on the third stage, on the second stage or third stage, are actually slightly curved outwards. So a little bit more of a better shape as well. So ultimately you have 14,637 meters per second. The craft itself is 311.269 tons. Did I build that? If you... you're talking too much. Go ahead and build it. But now we can actually build more than one thing at the same time. If actually let me build this at all. Okay, is that much? It's not that much different. In fact, it's a more simple. There we go. So even without the reusable parts, it's only going to take us 21 days, 18 hours and 15 minutes, 1 second to build another one. Alright. And the other launch pad should have finished by now at Vandenberg. I was going to sort of upgrade Kodiak, but I decided to do Vandenberg. Alright, let's go back out, build it, roll it out, send it to the launch pad, and then see how it flies. So it's 1955 now. So it'll probably take about a day to roll out. But that's not important, we also need to be aligned correctly. So it could be slightly off, like I said, but not too far. Oh, 13 hours, 47 minutes and 5 seconds. Still the middle of the night. Which may be a benefit. Still 71 days before the R&D building's finished. No points. I don't think so. Let's warp. Okay, I'm going to head to the launch. Not launch. So I'm going to go ahead. If it switches that off, thank you. So I'm going to the tracking station and match the phase. Hopefully it won't be too long, but it might be quite a few days. Okay, at the launch pad. Not quite as pitch black as before. This is the entire launch is going to be in darkness though. I'll show you that in the map in a second. Just unplug that. Not bad. Right, so SS is on full throttle. It's like the same as before, only this time I'm going to keep control a little bit longer. And by about 10 kilometers, I want to be at 70 degrees. I want to be about 70 degrees in pitch. At about, I would say, 7.5 kilometers in altitude. Then I'll let this take over, and then we should see that curve a lot better. Alright, so moon is in perfect position. As you can see, it's been complete dark until we come. It'll probably be during the actual insertion burn. So it's the target. It's just about there. Oh, so that's not too far out. That's not too far out. It's not too bad. Right. Let's get going. So the engines will ignite, then the umbilical tower will curl away. Then the clamps at the bottom and the stability enhancer at the side there will decouple. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. booster blow. Because I'm pushing them too far. It's only a few seconds. Well, it shows you can't push it. She had the lateral booster blow. And it took out the bottom stage. Took out the core stage as well. It looked like to me it was one of the verniers that gave out again. Doesn't it very liable, those verniers? Ah, dear me. Luckily it's not going to take like a month, but I think it's going to take another month for the moon to come back round. Well, it might if we go back right now. What's that? The atmosphere. So I can actually go right straight back. We'll separate all this out. No. Right. Turn that off. Let's head back. Just build another one. Be about 12 days. Might not be 12 days. We'll get one of the. We might not get one of those boosters back. We'll get the core stage motor back either. So might be a few extra days, but hopefully we can catch him before it gets too far away. Let's head back. So the 17th of July 1955. So I just built exactly the same launcher again, but I've reduced the booster's burn time back to just over 2 minutes. I don't think that caused, I think it was actual failure. I don't think 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes and 1 second I believe the burn time is for those motors. So I don't think 2 minutes and 8 seconds is pushing it all that far. It's only 6 or 7 seconds. So I can't see that causing an explosion like that, a failure. So it's 13 hours. Right, hopefully the moon will still be in range. It's only 20 more, it's only, well, then again, you know, another month, isn't it, I suppose. $14 days actually, it's half a month, but might still be able to make it. We're going to the tracking station and see what the alignment is. Right. So hopefully, because I brought those boosters back to their own burn time, I'm going to explode on me. There's no guarantees. Well, the money's in about the same position as before. It's a little bit earlier. It's only a few hours. Oh, it might be an entire day. Going an entire day, the moon will be about here. So I was hoping 12 days we'll be able to catch it, but obviously we wasn't able to. It's 14 days, wasn't it? Right, just as before. No different. Okay, so it's going to get a bit noisy. So 3, 2, 1. goes... Oops. Hopefully if this goes a little bit better than before. Might be a sort of decent sort of trajectory to take 60 degrees by 10 kilometers. About 2.5 to 3 kilometers in each 5-degree pitch change, attitude change. Let's go to the map. Whoa. Bit of a slight change there. They should really match up between surface and orbit, but obviously it didn't just then. Probably because I pushed it. As much lateral energy as possible again, I keep saying that. Looks like I've just about got it there. The G-forces can't be too great either for starting manned flights. So it's going to get a little bit noisy. So into the map, 3, 2, 1. Flatter trajectory. I just hope I haven't wasted too much of the Delta V. That's a stainless steel. I shouldn't have done. If I can circularise the orbit, I'll come close to circularising the orbit. It opens up the door to being able to do an emissions at any point. As long as we can, as it's aligned in phase when we launch. Doesn't matter where the moon is. Once you can actually sort of rotate, once you can circularise your orbit, you can choose to ignite that second stage anytime you want to. So hopefully I can do that. That's going much lower. That's a lot better. 4 kilometers a second. It seems to be at night all the time, but that's what happens when you're in winter time. It's only just though, the glow just over there. The sunset. Another 60 seconds on the sustainer stage and it'll cut off. It's about 5 minutes into the mission. No, but the last stage, the last sort of sections of the tank seem to be manageable in G-forces. Just towards the end of the burn, the tank gets so light that it approaches a red. Alright, see what we've got. Just turn off for a second. 1.9 electric charge. We will be losing oxygen. It just won't be showing here very much. Wait a minute. Yeah, I did. I want to find a second to fill the second stage tank. That's a fair bit better. It's not fantastic though. But I can't risk going any lower because I'll be wasting too much delta V. Let's get this clear. Well, that's free return. That's inside the influence of the moon, alright. But we need that. But we can wait a little bit longer. Oh, not that much. That's the only thing, whenever you do anything here, it wipes off. That's not, I don't want that either, do I? Running counter, area access. Can I just get that? I don't really want all that, but never mind. Let's identify what we're supposed to be doing. Pre-access. So we'll do it as close as we can with the rough burn, but we're going to have to do something with that. But it's not going to hit the damn moon, is it? I hope not. No, I don't. Crikey. That's the only thing, you can't add manoeuvre. No, I don't know how to manoeuvre. So anything about the map is extremely awkward to actually see what you're actually doing. I won't call that a free return trajectory to me, but 3,893.9 meters per second. So we'd have plenty of fuel to use on those from those sumps to correct anything. So 142.678 meters. And of course it's gonna wipe off my... Oh, good grief. Right, where are we? As far as... That's not too bad. So 142.678 meters. Top on that. See, the map is very fiddly at this level of zoom. No, wrong way. No, it's the way. So I'll take it down to 500. We can correct mid-course. And it won't take a lot of energy to do that, to bring that altitude up a lot higher or lower. Alright. So it's 3,893.8 meters per second. All 4 boosters are back. What do we have to do here? We have to send, Lunar 3 within 600 kilometers, but do not orbit. Because when we get shot out, so we'll have to do a correction bend once we're leaving. We do a retro burn, so we can come straight back. It's supposed to be a free return trajectory though. Damn. No, that could be wrong. That's the thing, that could actually be wrong. Will we come back out Moon Escape? Yeah, so we'll come back into our Sea of Influence. It might be a bit of a cheat though, because it's not exactly coming back, is it? Well, yeah, after a few hundred years it might come back. Yeah, 17 days to escape Earth after leaving Moon. So that is easy. Just do a retro burn. It's not free return though, like I said. Oh dear, we've only got 20 minutes. If I start messing around now, I know what's going to happen. Yep. I knew that was going to happen. That's the only thing about the map. It does not help you at all. Can I focus? No, I can't switch my focus to that. I should be able to. For some reason I can't. Oh, of course you can't, because it's not there yet. The moon's here. There, I could focus the view on that, but I can't focus it yet. That's the only thing about it. Yeah, it's going to flip under the moon. So if I go slower, I should flip under and under it, and then yeah, it's going to go higher and then come back like that. So I should have to correct that. Oh dear, it's going to go wrong again, isn't it? No, it's not. There we go. We're not like 600 kilometers around with you pillock, because you went straight past that. We don't want to come back into Earth's atmosphere. Periapsis. Maybe 600 kilometers. Wait, it should do. Still free return. Alright, what's going on? No, that's not free return now. That's going. Nope. So how the devil do you manage to do it? That's moon periapsis 804. I'll wait a little bit longer. Shouldn't be that much different. That's 1,000. Yeah, 2,000 kilometers again. Went too high. We can't have this but follow the apoapsis, apogee. Maneuver prograde. You can't do much else, unfortunately. Not much else you can do. Encounter. Perhaps is 45,000 kilometers. 20,000. 10,000. And once again, we're flipping straight under after going over the top of the moon. If I bring it in any further... Wait a minute. Oh, that might have been it. If it stops cluttering the damn thing up, moon periapsis is 11,000. Can I actually keep up? Moon periapsis 8,000. 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. No, I don't want. I don't, it's going in. Oh, just. That's one heck of a free range. Free range? That's a free range chicken then. Air past 190,000 kilometres. What? Whatever. Because I can't circularise the orbit. I don't have the, well, I could have done. Maybe I should try and do that first. That gives me 490 kilometres per periapsis. That's under 600 kilometres, but this could be wrong. Like I said, it doesn't calculate orbital decay properly. I mean, orbital decay might allow us, it might suck the spacecraft down towards the moon surface a little bit more effectively than it's pretending to here. These calculations could be just an estimate. But again, we're over the top of the moon, not underneath it. Classic free return is a figure of 8. Going underneath, back round, and then like that, back to the Earth. You can do it, but it's going to need some correction bends anyway, so I can bring that back down. It's not going to take much delta V to bring this right down. Once we leave moon sphere influence. Alright, that's 3,867.2 meters per second, which is well inside what we've got. We've got almost twice, well, not twice that, but not far off. Especially now. That little spacecraft is nothing like... Ah. So we are slightly off phase then. Can't remember if it's that way or the other way. No, it's that way. There we go. Let's bring that back. Let's bring it back. Whoa, not that far. Come on, give me what it is. I don't want to add the minute. Crikey. Periapsis. 6,000. Oh, crikey, you are joking. So I wish you wouldn't keep doing that. Moon periapsis is... Yep, it's getting bigger again. $5,000. 2,000. 1,000. No, not much difference. He's done that again. What the devil's going on? I could try. It's not not such a good idea though, is it? Pushing the... No, we'll leave it at that. Whatever. That'll do for now. It's not fantastically on phase though. No, I can't see that causing a problem. So it should approach well within 600 kilometers, but I'll have to turn this stage off myself manually. So it might not be exact, but I can always, like before, always do the fuel dump, the fuel dumps. Sure, plenty of fuel to do that. So it's 3,868.5 meters per second. In about 17 minutes.